How to add signatures in Outlook step by step. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how you can add signatures in Outlook. Now, Outlook is the mail component of Microsoft 365, and whether you are using signatures in the desktop version or on the application, you're easily able to add professional signatures. Now, if you're using the application of Outlook, then to add a signature, you can go to File, then go to Options, then go to Mail. You will find signatures over there. Alternatively, we're going to be using Outlook on our desktop web browser, so we're using the web application of Outlook today. And in Outlook on the web, we're going to be searching for it slightly differently. So for this, you're going to open up Outlook, and once you've opened up Outlook, you're going to click on Settings on the top right. You will see the settings as a gearbox icon like this. Once you click on Settings over here, you will see on the left, you will have Account, General, Mail, Calendar, and then People. So you want to go into your account, and once you go into Account, you're going to go into Signatures. And from here, you're going to add your email signature. Now you can add and modify signatures to your emails, and you can also choose to add a signature by default. So we're going to begin and add our first signature. So we're going to first name it. This is going to be my standard signature. And let's say this is going to be Lily Davis. Then after that, I might want to make this bold. And then let's say I want to add University of YouTube or any other options, whatever it might be. Lily Davis at outlook.com. Once I've done that, I'm going to select all of this and I am going to click on font, and I can customize the font to my personal preference. So we're going to go ahead and add our font. Once we do that, we can choose to make this bold, italic, underlined, or highlighted. We can also alter the font color if we want. Once done, you can choose to add bullets, numbering, or indents. Usually I like to indent my signature. Then you can choose to align it to the left, to the center, or to the right. I like to keep a left indent with left alignment. Then you're going to click on these three dots, which allow you to add superscript, subscript, strike-throughs, as well as left to right or right to left, clear formatting, and insertion of table. You can also change the case, so you can choose uppercase, lowercase, or to capitalize each word or to use sentence case. Then below that, you have select default signatures. Over here, you're going to be able to select your signature for new messages and for replies. Now, once I've done that, my standard signature has been added, and now I can select this for new messages and for replies or forwards. Now, you might say, why would you need multiple different signatures? Well, when you are a professional, you might have a work signature. You also might have a personal signature, a signature that you want to use for financial documents. So for that, let's say I have a work signature. This is my work signature. And what I can do is I can insert a picture of the signature. Now you might say, what's the point of adding a picture signature? Well, you can actually sign on paper, then take a picture and remove the background. Then once you do that, you can insert the picture in line, and this will allow you to have a written signature added to your emails. This is up to personal preferences, but I can show you guys how to do that. You can use any tool, any background removing tool. I'm just using Canva over here, and I'm just going to search Lily Davis signature. And I'm just going to go into images. I'm just going to use any one signatures. Lily signed. Lily written in cursive, yeah, on paper. This is not going to be easy. Yeah, this looks fine. So I'm going to click on open image as. I'm going to save this image first. You're going to take a picture of your own signature. Then you can open up Canva. Once you do that, you can drag and drop your image in Canva. And once you have uploaded your image over here, you're going to remove the background. Now that I have removed the background, you guys can see my signature is isolated, and I can click on share, then click on download. And you're going to download this as a JPEG. And once I've downloaded this as a JPEG, or not just as a JPEG, but you also want to download as a JPEG, and you want to remove the empty background. Now you can't do this for presentations. I'm just going to copy this, go back into Canva, and we're just going to select a simple poster. Yeah, like this. And once you do that, you want to remove all accents. So I'm just going to remove everything, paste in the signature. Then you can click on share, download, and then you're going to select transparent background and then click on download. Now, once you have done this, you're going to go back into Outlook, click on insert pictures in line. And now if I open up my signature, this will add my signature. You guys can see this is my signature. I think this is the version with the background. The PNG version does not have a background, so this is what my signature looks like, and you can choose to resize it as well according to your preference or how big or small you want your signature to look, like this. Then you can add the rest of your information about your signature, so it's Lily Davis, like this, and I can add more as well. Once completed, click on save, and now I have two different signatures. I have a standard signature and a work signature. I can choose to set each individual one as a default. You can also toggle your automatic replies and other settings in your settings over here. Now, this is one way to add signatures in Outlook, and what I love about Outlook is that this allows you to manage everything together. If you're already using Microsoft 365 applications, using Outlook can keep you on track with your calendars, contacts, to-do lists, and more. You can also write more effective emails with their concise tools, and it's going to give you AI-based suggestions on spellings and grammar checks as well. Not only that, but you're easily able to access any attachment that is given with your email because Microsoft has its own tool for all types of files. You also have the ability to use it on any type of device, and Outlook for the basic package of Microsoft 365 includes ad-free Outlook emails and calendar webs, desktop and mobile applications. You also get 100 gigabytes of mailbox storage and 100 gigabytes of cloud storage on the basic plan. However, if you're only looking for the free plan, this also includes Outlook emails, calendars, desktop and mobile apps. You have a core security feature, you have 15 gigabytes of mailbox storage and 5 gigabytes of cloud storage. You also have web and mobile applications all available on Outlook. Moving forward, you have the 365 Personal, which is for one person, which includes 1 terabyte of cloud storage and 100 gigabytes of mailbox storage. So that was it for today. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment down below the best tips and tricks that I have taught you within this video. And make sure to also share this video with your friends and family and to other creators as well, so you can help them out as well, and to anyone that might need to know this basic detailed platform and how you navigate through these different social websites. So I hope this was helpful enough for you, and make sure that you do leave a comment down below if I missed out on anything and if there is anything you would like to add, and I will catch you guys in the next video.